The hallway is dark, not movie dark, home dark. You know, every chair, every door frame, every switch, and still the space feels borrowed. A pipe ticks, the refrigerator coughs. Somewhere behind you, the house makes one small wooden sound. Nothing has happened. Your body disagrees. Skin tightens across your neck, your arms prickle. Tiny bumps rise. The hair tries to stand. Stronger move if there were more hair involved. A day earlier, a song did the same thing. Not a predator, not winter, a chorus. One note arrived at exactly the right second, and your skin reacted like the ancient forest had entered the room. Then morning came. A cold draft slipped under your sleeve. Same answer. Cold, fear, music. 3 doors, 1 room. Your body answers all of them by trying to raise a coat. That is the absurdity of goosebumps. They are not random bumps. They are piloerection, hair-raising. A reflex built for fur. You still have the reflex. The fur is mostly gone. At the base of many hair follicles sits a tiny smooth muscle called the arrector pili. It pulls. When the sympathetic nervous system gives the signal, the muscle contracts. The follicle tilts. The hair lifts, the skin around it dimples. That dimple is the goosebump. The command comes through the same broad system that handles fight or flight. Cold can wake it. Fear can wake it. Strong emotion can wake it. In this local wiring, sympathetic nerves use norepinephrine, also called noradrenaline, as a key messenger. You do not choose this. The body acts first. So the real question is not, why does skin get bumpy? The real question is, why is your body still pulling on hair as if hair is going to solve the problem? Start with cold. Put the human aside. Give the animal fur, real fur, dense enough to matter. A fox. A cat, a chimpanzee, a mammal wearing insulation. When the arrector pili muscles contract, the hairs lift away from the skin. That traps more air between them. Still air holds heat. The animal puffs itself into a better blanket. No new fur appears. The body just changes the shape of the coat it already has. On that animal, the reflex works. On you, it mostly performs. Your nervous system sends the old instruction: raise the coat. Your forearm replies with 6 thin hairs and a brave attitude. That was one job: warmth. The second job is more theatrical. Now remove the cold, add a threat. Raised hair can change the outline of an animal. It can make the body look larger, rougher, less easy to swallow. A cat arches and bristles. A porcupine raises its quills. Chimpanzees can show piloerection during agitation or aggression. Hair turns emotion into display. The message is simple: I am not the size you thought. That may buy a second. A second can matter. This is why fear still gives you goosebumps. Fear activates the sympathetic system. The system can pull the hair-raising lever. In a furred ancestor, that lever helped with threat display. In you, the result is less convincing. Nobody has ever looked at a frightened human arm and said, "No, too fluffy. I retreat." But the lever is still there. Goosebumps feel personal, a private shiver, a moment on your own skin. But the mechanism is older than your private life, older than your language. The usual word is vestigial. Use it carefully. Vestigial does not mean imaginary. It does not mean nature made a mistake and forgot to delete the file. It means the old function has been reduced or changed. The hardware remains. The original job no longer works the way it once did. Modern humans have too little body hair for piloerection to trap warmth like a fur coat, or to make us look meaningfully larger in a fight. Clothes do the first job better. A locked door does the second. Still, the reflex is small. It is cheap. It is woven into larger systems that still matter. Evolution often leaves low-cost leftovers alone, especially when they are wired into systems doing other work. And this is where the song becomes annoying, because cold makes sense, fear makes sense, but music? A chorus is not a snowstorm, a violin is not stalking you, yet beauty can raise your arm hair. People call this frisson, a chill, a physical underline under a feeling. The science here needs honesty. A reported chill is not always a measured goosebump. In 2022, Jonathan McFetrez and Janice Zickfeld reviewed emotional piloerection and made this problem clear. Emotional piloerection in humans is real, but messy to measure. Self-report and actual piloerection do not always match, but the connection is not fake. Strong emotional moments can involve sympathetic activation. The same arousal system that reacts to cold and threat can also be recruited by awe, safe fear, or music that hits with the timing of a trapdoor. In 2011, Valerie Salimpour and colleagues published a study in Nature Neuroscience on music-induced chills. They found that intense pleasure from music can be linked to dopamine release in the striatal reward system. Even the buildup mattered. The song is not scaring your skin in the simple predator sense. Intense emotion can borrow old bodily machinery. Reward rises, arousal rises, attention tightens. The skin may join in. The system has no elegant menu. It has levers. Cold pulls one. Fear pulls one. Beauty sometimes reaches the same handle. That is strange enough. Then the old reflex gets stranger. In 2020, Yulia Schwartz, Yachieh Xu, and colleagues published a study in Cell. This is the place to be precise. The key experiments were in mice. Not in your arm during your favorite song, not proof that a pop bridge will grow a winter coat. Do not become that comment section. The finding was better than that. Under the skin, the same cell types involved in Goosebumps also help form a niche around hair follicle stem cells. The arrector pili muscle helps maintain the connection between sympathetic nerves and the stem cells that regenerate hair follicles. The sympathetic nerve works on two timescales. In the short term, cold activates the nerve. The muscle contracts, hair rises, goosebumps. In prolonged cold, the same nerve activity can signal hair follicle stem cells. In mice, that helped activate regeneration and new hair growth. Fast response, slow response. One system. That does not mean the real purpose of Goosebumps is hair growth. That would be too neat. Biology is rarely that polite. In furred animals, raising hair for insulation and display still makes direct sense. The 2020 study adds a hidden layer. The machinery is tied into longer-term hair regulation. The leftover has a side job. Or maybe better, what looked like a leftover is part of a bigger unit. Muscle, nerve, follicle, stem cell, you only notice the bump, now the funnel closes. A cold draft touches your arm and the body reaches for insulation. A dark sound hits the hallway and the body reaches for display. A song opens at the right second and the body lets an old arousal system leak into the skin. On a wolf, a cat, a chimp, a porcupine, this is obvious. Fur rises, shape changes, heat is held. Thread is shown. On you, the visible output is almost comic. A small field of bumps. A vanished coat trying to report for duty, but that is why Goosebumps are so good. They are not grand, they happen on a Tuesday, in a kitchen, during a song, in a hallway where nothing is there and your body is not convinced. They are a fossil you can watch move. If a song, scene, or memory has ever given you actual skin-level chills, put it in the comments. The track, the movie moment, the line that found this old lock in your nervous system. And if this is the kind of thing you like, ordinary body, ancient story, science with a strange aftertaste, stay with the channel. Because the unsettling part is not that Goosebumps are useless. They are not quite useless. The unsettling part is that your body did not become modern all at once. It updated in patches. It kept systems that were cheap, useful, connected, or not worth removing. You can feel that animal when the air turns cold. You can feel it when fear arrives before thought. You can feel it when music touches something that language misses and the skin answers first. The fur is gone. The switch remains. Somewhere under the surface, a tiny muscle contracts at the base of a hair. The hair stands up. Nothing else in the room moves.